and add a description. The orientation was off. Also, I might have to cut this short. We're expecting somebody to come and fix the heat. Our heat went out, but now suddenly it's working again. We just gotta have that checked out. Anyway, today's workout is lunges, and I did lunges last week. But the thing is, though, is that I used to combine them with lat raises. And I didn't do it last week because it was kind of throwing my balance off. And I don't know, I think I might have some obstacles. But I'm going to do them anyway, and we'll see how it goes. So what I do is I do a forward lunge and a backward lunge, and I alternate from leg to leg. So here we go. Lunges with lat raises. I do the lat raises in 3 different positions: forward, diagonal, and off to the side. What's the matter, boy? Anyway, here we go. Now, these are going to try to go way up. I have to remember to rotate my shoulders. I don't want to pinch anything. And these will become more fluid. Ooh, excuse me. Oops. I just gotta check this message. Shit. Okay. I forgot where I was, so I'm just gonna start from the middle one. Which will make me asymmetric. Damn. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's right, gotta rotate it. I'm gonna do a 3-minute rest. Ah. We have the garbage trucks with the arm that pick up your great big garbage pail and dump it into the back of the truck. And first got them when I was around, I guess like 12, 13 years old. This is like 1980, 81 or so. But I still love watching the arm pick up the garbage pail. I'll be right back. Had to grab my drink. I'm also going to grab a towel, so I'll be back one more time. Oh boy. And I'm gonna just run out to the car and grab a box of tissues. Oh, because I don't want to be wiping my nose on the towel. got that whispering. I just went out to the car. This dog gets like wild separation anxiety. He's getting better though. When his mom would leave for work, he used to freak out. I mean, really bad. He would run up to the window and right over here, his leash is in this little container. He would pull the leash out of there, hold it in his mouth, crying at the window. And it's sad, yeah, but it's also funny as hell because he's so dramatic. But he's a really good dog. Yes, aren't you? But in between the in between the lunges, I'm going to do some curls. I don't want to over fatigue my legs. The lunges, I guess the way I do them, are very, 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 very demanding on my legs. And I've had muscle fatigue before, and it was very painful, and it affected me in my when I would lay down and go to sleep. So I'm going to do the curl workout. I guess a set of 12 reverse and a set of 12 standard. So I'm going to do 3 sets of each in between 3 sets of lunges. So reverse curls. These are 9 pounds. The yellow ones on the floor are 4 pounds. I used to do it with 6 pound. But that was a year and a half ago, and I don't want to throw off my balance. I don't want to hurt myself. So, here we go. I'm trying to do an explosive concentric and a slow eccentric. It's kind of hard to do with the lunges. That's 3. That's 4. Five. My upper body needs to work out more than my legs do, but I don't want to ignore my legs. 6. 7. Oh. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. And I'm going to go straight into the standard curls. And then after that, I'm going to give myself like a 4-minute rest. Play with him a little bit. Oh. 12. Okay. I'm just taking a look to see if the camera angle is cutting my head off. Ah. No. Okay, good. All right. So next time I do that, I'm going to put like a 2-minute rest between the curls. Doing them back to back like that, I don't think wasn't a bad move, but it wasn't the best choice. Oh, it's beautiful out right now. It feels like it's about, I mean, it was only like in the low 30s this morning, but it's climbing quickly. And now it feels like it's about 45 degrees, maybe closing up on 50. A really crisp day, but it's bright. Sky has a little bit of haze to it on the horizon, but oh, I just wanted to see. Ooh. The heat just kicked on. So in about 20 seconds, I'm going to check the vent and see if the air is coming out hot or cold. It was warm before. Not hot, but not cold. It's been blowing like cold air, so. Yeah, so now it's blowing warm air. And I wonder if my sister's still going to have the guy come by to check it out. I don't know. In about a minute and a half, I'm going to go back into the lunges with the lat raises. I used to have, I still have them, but I used to do this with 6-pound weights. I didn't have 4-pound weights. I used to. I had a pair of 4-pound dumbbells, but they disappeared. I have 2-pounders, and I was thinking of putting fishing weights on them, but I don't feel like wrapping tape around them or trying to rig something up with wire or something, or tying them on with string, because it's just a pain in the ass. So 2 days ago, I got 4-pound and 5-pound dumbbells, specifically for this. I don't think it was a waste of money, I got 6-pound and 9-pound. I'm going to get 7 and 8-pound because some of the exercises I do for my shoulder, I use the 6-pound dumbbells for the progressive overload of increasing the load, the weight. I don't want to make the jump to 9 pounds because at my age, I'm 58. I just don't want to risk any shoulder injuries. A friend of mine has shoulder issues. He's a few years older than me, and it really affects his life. And this is a nuts and bolts mechanic kind of guy. And it sucks for him to have to call my little ass over to like lift shit, and this guy's strong. He doesn't need me, but I have to go over there because of his shoulder injury. And I don't mind. He's a good friend, good guy, really good guy. Anyway, here we go. see what I mean about my balance, though. My timing is so off. Yeah, that one's good. So that's one. All that was one. Yeah, I didn't pace that right. Next week, this will be better. gonna do, Henry? I thought he was gonna lie down on the mat. I think I just doubled these up. That's all right, though. Ow. Yeah. And this is the last of this set. Last one. All right. Let me give myself a 4-minute rest. I had carpal tunnel surgery on this hand. Total success. Doctor said I needed it in this hand. It's not as severe in this hand as it was in the left. Oh. But still I can feel it, you know, reminding me that it's there. Ooh, excuse me. I had rice and beans for breakfast. So good. My breakfast is usually what other people have for dinner. Yesterday it was macaroni and cheese with pieces of spiral ham mixed into it. The day before was ravioli with Italian sweet sausage grinds in Alfredo sauce. And I'll make these in bulk, and then I'll freeze them. And I use 1 quart freezer bags instead of Tupperware because Tupperware tends to crack. The freezer I use is a deep freeze, so it's not like using the refrigerator that's attached to your. A freezer that's attached to your refrigerator. This one goes like much colder. The freezer in the next to the refrigerator, you know, that one my sister uses, and she said, just, you know, the meat freezer is all yours. So now there's 3 spiral hams and 2 massive pork loins in there. As you can tell, I'm not Jewish or Muslim. No pig is safe from me. More or less, my favorite meats come from pigs. I love pork. Ham is my favorite. I eat red meat too, though. I just don't make it like a major part of my diet. I might have red meat like 3 or 4 times a month. Sometimes I don't even think about it. I don't even have any. So I'm going to do the curls after this. This rest is over in about 80 seconds. So I'm going to do reverse curls, 2-minute rest, standard curls, 2 or 3-minute rest, and then to the third set of lunges. With the lunges, with my lifts, I try to do an explosive concentric and a slow eccentric. Because I'm raising my arms over, level with the shoulders, the concentric, I'm using some force, but only up to here, and then I go up slowly. And that's for no other reason than I just don't want to risk what they call impingement. And I can't describe in physiological terms what that is, but I know it's something you don't want to do. I've heard enough people talk about it. You know, James Linker talks about it. Who else? What's his name? Jeff Cavalier talked about it. I think they all talk about it on some level. So it's something I just want to avoid. So I'm going to do a set of reverse curls. And I throw the curls in because I need the upper body development. My legs are good, but I want to keep up with them. I don't want to beat the crap out of them too much because tomorrow I'm going to try to do another 26 miles on the treadmill. I got the 21 last Friday. If I go for 26, I'm going to end up taking off from work. But with my job, I can do that as much as I want. You know, the only downside is I don't get paid as much. But anyway, here we go. Oh. All right, 2-minute rest and then standard curls. I'm not too worried about taking shorter rests with the curls. The weight's kind of light, you know, for most other people, 9-pound curls is like, you know, so what? But I took a year and a half off to let my hand recover from the carpal tunnel surgery. And I gotta watch my old streams, see what I was up to. But I think I was up to 15-pound standard curls and 12-pound reverse curls. I might get 10-pound dumbbells too, just for the reverse curls, so I can go up from 9 to 10. But maybe instead of doing that, I'll just increase the count, because when you get up past, like 10, 12 pounds, the dumbbells start getting very expensive. Not very expensive, but more expensive than I want to spend. See, he's giving me that look. He's like, yeah, the more you spend on dumbbells, the less you spend on treats and dog toys. So in about 30 seconds, I'm going to do the standard curls, and then I'm going to set up his puzzle toy. I'm going to put it right there and watch him go nuts. He has these puzzle toys, and we have the freeze-dried liver treats that, when they're cut into thirds, fit perfectly into his puzzle toy. And he loves that puzzle toy, because we love liver treats. Anyway, standard curls, set of 12. Yeah, instead of getting the 10-pounders, I'll just increase the number of reps. Whoa. Trying to keep my feet, basically everything from my hips down, locked when I do the curl. When I see people with like 75-pound dumbbells humping humping away. I mean, I know it has this application, but that's not where I'm at. Where I am right now, strict form is like my best friend. Bad form is my worst enemy. And I don't know if you consider it good or bad form to lock your body when you're doing curls, but for me, I don't want to work out my hips, I want to work out my chest and arms. Look at him. He knows what I'm doing. 2, 3. I guess he gets a freebie. Watch this. Right here. Actually, I'm going to do it back here. I can do it right there. He chewed it up pretty good, but that's because I was putting it in the kennel with him. He can't be trusted outside the kennel when nobody's home, mainly because he gets the separation anxiety, and he ends up like chewing on the molding, chewing on the furniture. He's a chewer, you know. And the worst part about the chewing is that he's also a swallower. Like I got him a rope toy when we first got him, and we started seeing like little pieces of string coming out in his poops. And we don't want them tying up in his, binding up in his intestine. That could kill him. You know, if it's not treated, and getting it treated is going to require surgery, which is, you know, it runs into the thousands, not the hundreds. Did you get them all? This one? Yes, you did. And this one? Looks like you got them all. Good boy. Good boy. You guys are very excited about that. Yeah. Up on the couch. Good boy. That's his favorite place. A lot of times when he's expecting a treat, when he comes in from being outside, he will either run to his bowl or he'll run up here. When he's up here, basically, you know, he loves this, like that hole. Normally I'll sit on the arm of the chair. He'll sit with his side against the back of the couch. And, you know, anyway, a lot of times, like, he's very food motivated, so he will go to his bowl first. But a lot of times he'll run to the couch instead. He's very, 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 very affectionate. And we got to work on his behavior a bit. You know, he's very smart. He's just very high strung, high energy. So hopefully I'll be in a position where I'm making enough money where I have enough time off where I can spend time with him outside, you know, and, you know, let him do his zoomies and work out some of that extra energy. Anyway, this is the last set of lunges, and I'm going to try to make my form as perfect as possible. I'm going to try to use explosive force up here and then slowly beyond that, because I do stupid shit and I hurt myself a lot. Anyway, here we go. I was on the ball of my foot for that one. Had to come out of that one quick. That one was nice. Oops. A little unbalanced in the end. That's the way I'd like to come out of it. Alright. 4-minute rest. I'm going to do another one of the curls. And I'm kind of wondering if I should do another set of lunges after that. I think not. I think I'm not going to. Because, like I said, I've fatigued my legs before. You know, I've gotten really bad muscle fatigue. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do 26 miles on a treadmill. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to end with the curls. Making today's workout a little shorter than the rest. Usually my workouts, the dumbbell workout is around an hour and 45 minutes. And the focus is mainly on the upper body. Saturday, I'll be doing the upper body dumbbell workout. I stopped deleting my live streams because everything I hear about YouTube slop. And for me, slop wasn't always a bad thing because it meant like if you remember, I mean, I'm 58. I was in elementary school during the 70s. In fact, 1981 was when I went to junior high. So in school, we used to have Sloppy Joe Day, and that was like the biggest. No kids played hooky on Sloppy Joe Day, more so than on Pizza Day or Baked Macaroni and Cheese Day. But Sloppy Joe Day, oh boy. So slop meant, it didn't mean crap, it meant something that didn't hold together well, which I think applies nicely to what people call AI slop. You know, it doesn't hold together well. You know, Will Smith's face should not twist every time he takes a bite of spaghetti. But YouTube seems to be more interested in quantity over quality. And my videos are just, you know, just this. I have more live streams than actual videos. So there you go. And if, you know, if this is slop to you, then that's all right. You know, because slop to me, I make my own burritos, and like I'll cook up the I call it burrito slop or burrito goo or burrito guts, and it's a couple of cans of refried beans, 2 or 3 cans of chili beans, and a can of enchilada sauce, and I mix it all up good, and you know, big pot, and then I'll get like, you know, 2 things of tortillas, and I'll roll up. I rolled up 20 burritos a couple of days ago. I think it was Sunday I did this, or Saturday I did it. And I still have like 16 burritos in the freezer. And they're really good. They're also, they're not low in calories, but they're lower in calories than the burritos you get, you know, the microwave burritos. And they're pretty much the same thing, except I think they're probably about 300, 400, even 500 calories less. I use the low-fat refried beans, you know, yeah, whatever. Anyway, reverse curls. I'm going to go to 12. I might throw 1 or 2 more in, just to see how it feels. And I love that this motion has a built-in safety. Right when it looks like I'm going to smash myself in the face with the dumbbells, you know, there's this natural separation. You know, my arm doesn't want to go up like this. It wants to go to the side, thankfully. Anyway, here we go. So this is 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. I will leave it at that. I think I could do maybe as many as 3 or 4 more, but I've been saying, I'm going to keep saying, I don't go to failure because of my age. I really, probably more than anything, I want to avoid any kind of connective tissue damage, whether it's a tendon or a ligament or cartilage. I just don't want to screw with that. And I'm not really going for hypertrophy, so to speak. I want to define what I have and make myself a little stronger. But I'm not looking to gain much in the way of mass. I mean, it's probably inevitable that I will gain some mass, but it's not going to be a lot. I hear about people putting on like 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle in a relatively short amount of time, you know, without steroids. You know, you're talking about like maybe 2 or 3 years. And that's really impressive, you know, and that takes like a tremendous dedication. But the fact is, most of these guys are very young, and they do suffer injuries. So at my age, recovery from an injury takes longer and isn't entirely guaranteed. Actually, isn't guaranteed at all. So that's my cop out. And I do see guys my age encouraging people to go to failure. And I wish they would add in that caveat that if you're older, maybe go within proximity to failure, not, you know, because if you know, failure to do a rep is one thing, failure of your, you know, your limb, that's totally different. Not something I want to experience. 45 seconds, I'm going to do the standard curls and then call it a day as far as this is concerned. And I'm glad the guy who's going to come to do the heat hasn't showed up yet. So I'm going to call my sister after this and see if I have time to take a shower. And I really, really, really want to make it into work tonight. You know, if I have to wait, well, she gets home like around 5:30, so I could go in at like, you know, be there at 6, and then work like 6 to 10:30. When it comes to money, I do some really stupid shit. Anyway, here we go. Oh. This is 12. Ah, 13. 14. 15. 16. Try 2 more. 17. Oh shit, 1 more. 18. And that's it. My right arm, this chain right here is telling me, keep it up, and I'll show you how much I can hurt. So, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to be trying to do 26 miles on the treadmill. Hopefully the treadmill will hold out. It's been doing really good. I'm really impressed with it. I have to do a review of it. It deserves it. It's been an awesome machine. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see when I get a chance to do that. Maybe Sunday, or maybe even tomorrow. I got footage of me on it doing the 20 miles. So I did 21 last Friday. I'm gonna try to do 26 tomorrow. Blah blah blah. Saturday I'll be doing the upper body workout. I don't think I'm going to do much partying this weekend. Saturday nights I like to go on Discord with a friend of mine, and we drink and babble and make fun of each other and shit, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. Last weekend I did it. I was drinking from 5 in the evening till 3 in the morning, and I got pretty decent resistance to alcohol. The Sunday I really wasn't capable of doing much, and I don't like that. Sunday is my guaranteed day off. I don't work out on Sundays. I'll do like light cardio, shopping and stuff like that, or maybe a walk around the neighborhood, but nothing demanding. I'm not really breaking a sweat. Also, I don't work Sundays. That might change. But I don't like spending the whole day recovering from a night of drinking. It's just so counterproductive, and where I am in my life right now, being counterproductive is not the right move. Anyway, enough of my babbling. I do that so much. And I'll say goodbye. Many blessings and many thanks. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope to see you then. Until then, take care, and best wishes to you and all you love. Good health, good fortune, and lasting happiness. And bye-bye.